Expand your vocabulary with our core 2,000 words ebook. It's free and packed with essential expressions that you'll use on a daily basis. Start building your vocabulary today. Click the link in the description below to download your free English ebook before it's gone. Hi everybody, welcome back to Top Words. My name is Alicia, and today we're going to talk about 12 phrases for preparing a presentation. Before we begin, a super quick reminder that there are free PDF cheat sheets for you to download from the link below the video. Just check the YouTube description and you can find this. This is the business English one, but there are many different topics for you to choose from. You can work on your vocabulary, practice conversations, and okay, let's get on with the video. First is to set up. To set up. Okay, before you begin your presentation, you need to prepare. So maybe you need to get a computer, maybe you need a cable, maybe you need a TV, whatever. When we talk about putting everything together to prepare for our presentation, we use setup. For example, I need to set up my computer before the presentation. So you can use set up to describe this. Okay, the next word is projector. Projector. A projector is very commonly used in presentations. We connect a projector to our computer, usually with a cable, so that we can project an image. We can display an image on a wall or maybe some other surface to show our presentation information clearly to a room full of people. So the projector is a box that has a lamp, a light, and it magnifies. It makes our image larger. For example, is there a projector I can use? Okay, the next word is whiteboard. Whiteboard. A whiteboard is another very commonly used tool for presentations. We also use them for lessons on this channel. So a whiteboard is something that many companies have around to write quick notes on or to share maybe key information on. You might also see a blackboard, but blackboards are less common. Blackboards are black in color generally, or maybe green, and they use chalk. So they're a little bit messy compared to a whiteboard. So for this reason, whiteboards are generally a little bit more common in business meetings. For example, do you need a whiteboard for your talk? Next is slides. Slides. Your slides are the pieces of information that you prepare in presentation software. Like, for example, PowerPoint is a really common one, or maybe you use some other kind of software to prepare your presentation on your computer. Your slides are those individual, like image type things. They look kind of like images on the screen, but you put all of the data inside them. So a slide is the singular form, slides is the plural form. For example, he had way too many slides in his presentation. Okay, let's get to the next one. The next expression is, can we go to the next slide? Can we go to the next slide? Can we go to the next slide is a question you can use if you are giving a presentation and you are not in control of the pace of the slides as they appear. So maybe someone is sitting at your computer or someone else is controlling it. You can request, can we go to the next slide, please? That's usually how it's done in a presentation situation. You might also hear this asked as a question from someone watching your presentation. If you're giving a presentation to your boss or to your teacher or something, they might say, can we go to the next slide? Meaning, let's continue the presentation. For example, let's talk about the next topic. Can we go to the next slide? Okay, let's get to the next one. Next is, can we go back to the last slide? Can we go back to the last slide? Okay, so this is the reverse of the previous one. So when you need to go back to the previous slide or the last slide, you can ask this question. Again, if you are not in control of your presentation on your computer, you can say, can we go back to the last slide, to mean to go back one? Or you might also hear this from someone that you are presenting to. They might say, can we go back to the last slide? I want to see something there really quickly. For example, I have a question. Can we go back to the last slide? Okay. Next is bullet points. Bullet points. Okay, bullet points are those small marks that you see in a PowerPoint presentation or in another slide format presentation. A bullet point is a short mark or a small circle mark or something like that that we use to show just the key information. Typically, we recommend that you use bullet points instead of writing long sentences on your slides because it's easier to show which information is important. For example, try to use bullet points to show the key information. Next is outline. Outline. An outline is a big picture look at the basic parts of your presentation. An outline generally is used for you. It helps you to organize your ideas. You don't have to share your outline with the people that you are presenting to, but it's good for you to do so that you understand all the parts of your presentation. You can start from the beginning, look at the middle, and work to the end. So creating an outline of all your topics is generally good. For example, it's a good idea to create an outline of all your information. Okay, next is introduction. Introduction. The introduction is the beginning of your presentation. Generally, in the introduction, you introduce the key topics, maybe current data points you're going to use, any specific things that are especially important to share with your audience. In the introduction, you give all of the most important information up front and tell people what they can expect to hear. For example, explain your main topic in the introduction. Okay, next is conclusion. Conclusion. The conclusion is the end of your presentation. It's where you have a chance to say your main points again, to cover any key pieces of information that you think are really, really important for people to know. For example, summarize your key points in the conclusion. Okay, next is, can I follow up later about that question? Can I follow up later about that question? Okay, this question is one you can use after your presentation. So when people ask you questions about your presentation and maybe you don't know the answer right away, you can use this. So for example, I don't have the information to answer that right now. Can I follow up later about that question? This shows that you're listening to the other person and you're going to work to do something to help them in the future. Okay, next is, are there any questions? Are there any questions? This is a great expression you can use to end your presentation. So by saying, are there any questions, you are inviting the people who are listening to you to ask for confirmation or to ask for clarification, whatever. For example, that's the end of my presentation. Are there any questions? This is a really great way to show your audience that it's their chance to participate. All right, that brings us to the end of 12 phrases for preparing a presentation. What did you think? You can let us know in the comments. Also, don't forget to click the link in the description to get your free PDF cheat sheets to learn more useful English words and phrases. You can download them to any device and learn for free, so click the link and check it out. Thanks for watching, and I will see you again soon. Bye!